What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Tonight, we're going to be discussing season 3 of BMF. That is episode number 8, called Code Red. Sorry, Code Red. All right, so, oh snap, I done got the wrong paper, y'all. I'm gonna have to be back in a minute, but we're gonna do what we gotta do. We're discussing our least favorite moments, and scratching my head moments. I see Tina, Michelle Wilder, Samara, and that's all I see. Hi. And Moochie, my girl Moochie, the hammer is here. Pretty girl loves trap content, and Monique Nicole. And I'm so happy that you guys are here. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can call these. Pretty girl, why don't you tell us how you... Hi, Coach L and AG and Stephen Harris. Let me know what you thought about the episode while I yell for one of my kids to pass me my bag. Thank you.
The episode was cute, it's BMF, so you already know how I've been feeling about the season. If you don't know, it's a step up from Tubi, you know what I'm saying? But I still enjoying it. I'm enjoying certain storylines. Mainly Charles and Lucille is probably what piques my interest in terms of a storyline. But it had some good moments. I need some people to, be out of here and clock out. But I'm excited to talk about some of these moments with you guys. So it was all right.
Yeah. I agree with you, PG. I've seen some of your videos, so I know how you feel, girl. So I'm right there with you. I actually made a joke a couple weeks ago about it giving me a little bit of Tubi this season. I preferred season 1 and season 2 collectively in comparison to season 3, and I still stand on that. I will say episode 8 was decent. I was entertained. I don't really have too many complaints about this episode. It definitely was a step up from last week, which was for me quite lackluster last week. So yeah, I'm ready to compared to last week. So I'm excited to talk about.
You mean this episode compared to last week?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I thought you were saying last week. I was kind of intrigued by last week's episode. Yeah, that St. Louis situation had me all like, okay.
It was interesting. But I think this episode was a little better. Yeah, in my opinion.
Thought this episode was better?
I liked it more.
Oh, okay, no problem. Derry B, hi, Miss Nisi, LSW, Big Smooth. Who else is here? DeMarcus Vaughn is here. And TP, was it TP that said... They've been waiting on the review. TP. What's up, Moochie? How's it going, girl?
Hey, everybody.
Moochie, can I ask you to do something different besides what they just did? They said something about how they felt about the episode. Is it okay if I ask you to start talking about the thumbnail? So on the thumbnail, the question is, will Detective Jen continue to pursue Henri? What do you think about after all the stuff that transpired between them? What do you think is going to happen with this situation?
At this particular moment, I don't think it's a good idea for her to keep pursuing her. I think that's why she got out of Dodge with that whole thing. I'm trying not to run too far ahead, but I don't.
No, this is where we're going with it. Anything
so I don't
say about them, everything that happened, because this is it.
Right.
Unless it's a part of your scratching my head moment, least favorite, this will be the time to talk about it.
I don't think it's a good idea for her to pursue her, Henri, any longer, because her right-hand man was at the scene of that thing. And that's the guy that actually, and then Bryant took out Twan, the other one.
Yeah.
So it's like she knows right now, if you walk into that club, like I said when I was recapping it, if she walks into that club, that's like walking into a fire. Because he's going to recognize her right away. And you know how Henry's a loose cannon. You don't know what, you understand? And since she seems so intrigued by it, It could get real nasty.
Mm-hmm. What about you, pretty girl?
In terms of the thumbnail, yeah, she's going to continue pursuing. I think this is kind of on brand for Stars and 50 Cent. We always have that overzealous detective. I mean, we have that in Bryant too, but now I feel like we have that in Jen. She wants to get justice for Amberson, Kobe.
Yeah,
that's her
yeah.
name. And I also feel she has another point to prove because we know that she blames herself for her sister as well. Because if you remember, her sister was in a domestic violence situation. She chose not to share with her parents, and I feel like she's dealing with a lot of guilt. So I do feel, and she does cared about Kevin. So there's a lot of things involved. I just am nervous because we saw twice now that Brian has told her he does not want her to do undercover work solo. So I do feel like the third time is going to be an unlucky charm because, and I do feel like, honestly, she's so vulnerable that she may be even catching feelings.
That's the thing. That's the thing. What's up, OT Lungs and J Mac? Okay, what do you think?
Oh, girl.
Monique.
Yes, so I am worried about Jen. I see it going two ways, possibly. I see her kind of catching feelings, or not even catching feelings, but like I guess being more sympathetic to Henri. But I think she'll also like snap out of it when the time is right. I also see it being a situation where her cover gets blown or something. I just see it. There's a couple of options that I see kind of going with this storyline. But I will say overall, I am concerned about Detective Jen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we've been concerned since for me, my concern came when I heard him say, when I say him, I'm talking about Detective Brian, when he said, don't go to her alone.
A warning.
So that was, to me, that was like a warning. However, now with this episode, I'm like, I'm not thinking that she's catching feelings. I'm thinking that she's seeing her and she was humanized in this episode, and she's seeing that this person is kind of a lot like me. Let me tell you something. When she saw that picture with Twan and when her cousins, she even looked at her even more because at the bar they was connecting over the trauma with the loss of the sister, the father issues, the mother, the fact that what is her name? Henri. She said she never knew her mother and all of this. And she was like, at least you have a mom, blah, blah, blah. And then when they went back to the house and she saw the picture, it was like, oh shoot, like she's in relations with, like, she's related to this guy who Bryant killed. And so for me, this is my mind, the way my mind is working. She's on a mission to delete Henri, or not delete her, but take down Henri for her partner, and for Kevin, right? So that's vengeance. Do you think it's possible that when she saw the picture and she saw Twan, she's like, this is the reason why she came after Bryant, because it's the same reason why I'm trying to go at her. It's for vengeance. So she kind of, maybe Jen kind of understood. There was a lot of connecting going on. So to me, I'm like, maybe she's looking at it like, this chick is just, I mean, she's a gang, she's a criminal, but she has feelings. Yeah, she has feelings, and she's doing things as, the way a human would do stuff. Even they connected even over the daggone burns. It was like, oh, this is getting too crazy, girl. Please don't go back. Don't go back.
That's an interesting take, Miss K. I never thought of it like that. The way I interpreted the scene was when she saw the picture, it kind of snapped her back to reality. That's how I took it, was when she saw the photo, she was instantly reminded of the reason why she's there, who Henrietta really is, and her true mission. And that's when to me, she snapped back to reality. It was like, whoa, I got to get out of here, because You about to get hot. That's how I took it. But that's an interesting take as well.
Yeah. OT, it was Tyson and Twan, her two cousins. And now it looks like whatchamacallit is dead too now. It looked like he beat him to death, Tyson.
I think
so. Yeah, so that's gonna be another thing. Like, oh my god, that's gonna be another thing.
Henry
like, y'all trying to make Henry snap, crackle, and pop.
But this is all consequences from Henry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is all consequences from her, from what she has done.
Yep.
And now the question is, it could go either way with Jen. She could sympathize with her and be empathetic and back off, or she could go full steam ahead and go after the next one.
Yeah, I feel like Tyson's death is her fault, but not necessarily Twan. She was just doing something in the, and she was doing business,
right? And it went
Bryant killed Twan, because Twan was about to take out Jen. It was just, they were in a transaction, Jen and them, because they were doing some stuff they weren't supposed to be doing, like following them around, some little, off the job type of stuff, whatever they were doing, What's that called again? I forgot. When they go rogue. Yeah, they were doing that. Nobody knew they was doing that, following that guy. And so nobody expected Jen and Amberson to be there. So that jacked up. So,
Right.
Thank you for the super chat, DeMarcus. Appreciate it. Ladies, do y'all think Dr. Maurice could be Pastor Fleming's baby daddy? Oh my gosh. This could cause issues with Pastor Fleming and Lucille. I don't know, man.
If it is, it'll make her walk away, which is good. We already don't. It's too much mystery to him when she needs to leave his behind.
Well, here's my thing. Didn't he write a check? Wouldn't she see her man's name on the check or something like that?
And he was at the little church event. That's how he.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought they would have figured.
They would have. That would have definitely been a figure.
I mean, we haven't seen their actual interaction, but. Who knows?
OT, thank you so much. Welcome to the member channel. I appreciate you joining. Thank you so much for the support. So, okay. Anybody else have anything else to say about the Jen and the Henry connection?
I'm over it.
I'm just praying for them to omit any thoughts of having a love scene.
Oh yeah.
I don't want that.
PG, if they do that, I am turning off the television.
I had mentioned in my recap, she got out of there just in time before she went in that drawer and got that thing.
Okay.
She said, wouldn't you? She said, it's time for me to leave. She was like, wouldn't you rather come instead? I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, shut up.
So
that would have dried me up real quick.
Why she left out of there like she was on fire.
That was so funny.
To think about this. Oh my gosh. Bryant beat the H out of Tyson. He was the one pulled the plug on his son, Kevin. I mean, he released that anger. I mean, that had to be therapeutic for a ninja, okay?
Heck yeah.
What's up, Torian?
Took a swig of that alcohol and went to go in
town.
Yes.
The real pound
town. Oh my gosh. Yes. Daria, Brown Sugar, Inga's in here, Tina.
What's up?
What's up? Yeah, what's up? All right, so we're gonna do our favorite moments. And since we are on the subject of Henry and them, I'm gonna go first. So one of my favorite moments, oddly enough, folks, is that I like seeing Henry vulnerable.
Whoa.
I liked it. She's been on my nerves this whole season because of the way they made her character. The way they're trying to make her be like a super villain, superhero type of villain is kind of corny. But to see her in a, just somebody that's vulnerable, somebody that has feelings, somebody that it's deeper than just, her as a drug dealer and whatever she's trying to do in her organization or following her father's footsteps. I just liked seeing her like that. I liked seeing her stressed and uncertain about her future. That was interesting. I think even they made a choice where they had her hair a certain way. Yeah. That helped make her look more kind of just maybe even innocent. I don't want to say it, but I don't want to say innocent because we know that she's not innocent, but that helped the look. And even when she was saying like she looked almost heartbroken when the uncle came through to give her the money, and she's like, my father basically turned his back on me in my biggest time of need. You know what I'm saying? So I liked all that, but that also scared me, because when she said it, I'm like, girl, please don't delete your daddy now. Please don't. I kind of was pissed off when she said it, because I'm like, here they go. Don't do this. Don't do this. But the thing is, she didn't seem like she was super angry. It showed like it was like a shades. Yeah, hurt. It was more hurt, but you can almost see like in the back of her mind, maybe this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna?
I hope it's crossed my mind, Miss K. It has crossed my mind. I will be very upset if that happens.
Yeah. I'll be very, very pissed.
Very upset.
Because you know what they do? When they prepare us for such an act, they normally, humanize the or something, like between her, just being all vulnerable this episode, and the fact that Tyson, I feel like he kind of instigated the feelings a little bit by saying F him, so I'm like, oh Lord, now he would be on board for something like that too. So I was just scared, because I'm like, ugh. But I don't want it to be repetitive. I don't want that.
Seriously. That would be so corny. And the thing, the sad thing about that is that, like you said, they try to make somebody, they try to humanize the person as almost as if to make it okay. Nothing makes that okay. Right. Nothing. Yeah. If you're a problem child and your parent has decided, you're just gonna have to deal with this situation on your own. I mean, to me, that's a lot right there. I think I would just, if I have all the power, I'm reaching out to all connects. You cannot work with my child. You cannot work with this person. I'm blackballing. If that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay the debt for the life of the child, but then I'm blackballing you. You're not gonna be able to do nothing. But to leave her out there stranded like that was kind of like, really? But at the same time, sometimes people like Blaze and like the smart people, they know their families. And you see how Meech is always supposedly 10 steps ahead of stuff. Blaze probably already know his brother was going to do that. And he over there saying, don't let him know if he knows I'm here, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. That's just my thought process. Moochie, what you got to say? You on mute.
Oh, I like this part with this, because with the whole thing, her father didn't help her for a reason, but now we still gonna have that problem with the Cardinians. Yeah, and even though she still owes them money, even if she pays it back, they're out of business with her. So she's her debt is paid, but they're gonna cut her off. And now it's for the simple fact she wasn't listening to her father with the movements when he came to her with the proposal from Terry about that. Then now this is gonna make the situation even worse, because we already know that the Cardinians know she has something to do with I can't think of the woman's name, that the one that used to mess with K9. Peaches. So where Peaches is that's Peach's family, so they might have some give back. We might be all thinking that Terry and them gonna go at it like that, but remember, they might want to take her out, because she was doing business with them first, and she owed them money, and now they already got another connect, and it's better quality.
But that seems like that's Terry's whole plan, though, right? Yeah. Because he said it's a local connect. Now it's more like, he was trying to knock her off the board one way, but now it's like, okay, if she's local, then now I need y'all to just X her out. Don't deal with her in order for us to have this new operation going. Yeah, so that was his thing.
She's going to be pissed when they be like, no more, watch her up.
Yes, Torian, I'm glad you caught it, because I didn't think nobody up here knew what I was singing. I felt so alone, but I'm like, somebody gonna
well, sorry.
I'm a little sick, so I'm sorry.
Peaches, I love you. That song is hilarious. Okay. Shout out to Jack Black. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what were we talking about? Anybody else have anything to say about the anything with this situation? I don't know. Let's move on because maybe you guys don't, or you look like you might was thinking about something, pretty girl.
Yeah. I don't know. My brain cells a little clogged. No, I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. Thank you for the Cash App JMac. I appreciate it. Monique, can you please give us your favorite moments?
Yes, ma'am. So I have two. If that's okay. I'll make it very quick though.
Okay.
Okay. So
wait. No. You can only do one, and then when we go to them, you will go back to the second one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So my favorite moment, because some of my subscribers think that I'm being biased with Meech versus Terry, or whatever.
Okay.
My favorite moment was seeing Terry finally using his head up here and not being there and making boss moves, with the whole lot of ticket idea and just really stepping it up. I feel like this season, his performance as a boss has been very lackluster. I feel like he's been too mixed up with the mess with Lakeisha and just whatever. I just think his head hasn't really been in the game like it was previous seasons. So I have to give him kudos for, stepping it up.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
It was good to see him in that light again.
I liked that too. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, he's really doing his thing. Okay. And I'm like, okay, maybe he's starting to brighten up a little bit, which is really nice and everything. Even though his new operation confuses me, but I get the point. But when he was like working through it, I was just like, oh, okay, I'm trying to follow, but I can't. And it's okay. Like, I don't care. It's working. The whole point is to make everything look like it's clean so that, they can claim IRS and all that. I mean, for the IRS, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anybody want to say anything about, the Terry situation, his stepping up to the,
I thought it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea. I'm just mad at the fact that he told Markeisha everything. He shouldn't have told her anything. I think that this might go sideways if someone else tries to cash that check. If Hoop's sister's around, and eventually they got to stop using her. So this is the question. Is the next person going to be that trustworthy where they don't walk away with the money?
This is what I'm saying.
If somebody walks away with the money, Terry's going to have to deal with the situation and act on the court. He's going to have to make the person suffer so nobody does it again. So is he going to be ready to handle those consequences?
Because it's not a foolproof plan.
Yeah,
it's really not, because it's only one person that he said you could trust. You're gonna use this one person every time. What happens if God forbid she dies in a car accident or something like that? Like, you have literally no contingency plan. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he was saying trustworthy people like Hoops' cousin. I don't think he's trying to use her multiple times. I'm thinking that was like the first time he was the example, and then there's other people. But like what Muchi was saying, you leaving too many variables out there, and it's too many people going to get involved because you're going to have multiple tickets, multiple winners. Like, how can you trust everybody? You can't really. It's a cute plan, but it has a lot of holes in it because you're involving so many people. And then if they're purchasing these items, how does that prove? If you're using them, that's still kind of sticky, because if it's purchased under their name, if the Fed's looking at you, how are you going to prove that you earn these things? You know what I'm saying? That's my only.
So let me ask y'all, is it, how do I word this? There's holes in the plan, right? We all agree. Yeah. Is that the writers making it convenient for TV? Or do you think we as the viewer are supposed to have our eyebrow raised and something bad might come from this plan that he has conjured up?
Well, Detroit
it's considered a scratch in my head
that they did do that in real life, but they probably are changing some things possibly in the show. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about this in terms of their real life scheme. I know about the other things they was doing with cleaning the money, but I haven't heard about this before.
Okay.
Yes. What's up, Kelly Renee? So, anybody else have their favorite moment, have anything to do with Terry? Okay, because I want to say, somebody says something. Oh, they're saying that Terry is talking too much to Markeisha. I thought that as well. I didn't like that. I thought that, telling her the whole thing, like literally the whole plan. I'm just like, you gotta stop. Like, you have to stop. She doesn't have the title of wife. You need to stop. Like, it's just annoying to me. But
I feel like he should have never told her to plan, especially in that spot. That's my opinion.
Yeah. All right, Moochie, what about your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, I like the fact that Lucille did come to see Charles perform. I thought that was good. That was one of my favorite scenes. And I was is it me or did y'all think Dr. Maurice Montclair?
I thought he was gonna come
behind her and be enjoying that music. I said, this motherfucker better not come out. I better not see him.
I was thinking that, but that's her fault though for saying something stupid like, "Can I bring Maurice?" Like, why are you saying that? Oh my gosh! But when she was back there by herself, I was like, "Okay, girl." And then she went and was like, kind of like bigging him up, like, he's a great songwriter. You should have heard the song he wrote for me. I was like, okay. That was too cute. That was a cute scene with them.
It was cute.
And that's
trying to let my husband get the bag.
I haven't seen you this energized in a while, Charles. Charles is like, listen, this man, I'm competing for the wrong thing. This man got money. Shoot, I need to step up my cash flow.
Shoot, I got to get money for my sons.
Oh my god.
Now, boo-boo.
Pretty girl, what's your favorite moment?
That
Did you have anything to say about that?
Well, that was my favorite moment too with Charles.
Oh, okay.
And Lucille. I just, for once, since probably season 1, this is the first time I remember them just letting their hair down, just really having fun, enjoying each other. It was very organic. But I'm a little weary. I expressed this morning, where the fact that he got the money from T, that he's using to like purchase new clothes and everything, I feel like it's possibly going to set up something possibly that's going to go wrong in a sense, because I think Lucille may be under the impression that this money is from his gig. So if she's thinking that, and he's liking, how, because I feel like he thinks having this money is going to help win her over, kind of have some leverage as a Dr. Maurice. So I feel like if they keep whining and dining and enjoying the money, he's going to possibly keep getting money from Terry and furnishing, this newfound, situation in their marriage. And if Lucille finds out, that may be an issue, because she's thinking, oh, you're not, earning this money with your music, situation. You're getting it from our son. And I don't know if they're going to eventually come around and just start accepting money from Terry and Meech or not. But the fact that, because technically it's not a lie, right? Because he didn't explain where he got the money from. But from her point of view, I'm thinking you getting it from the gig, So that's going to be interesting. But I did love this moment. I just want her to get it together and figure out what she's going to do, because she really seems like the doctor is a viable option for her. But she don't know that man. She based everything off of 20 years ago. He was a whole nother person. You both were different people. You don't know what issues this man has. And like I said, it's still a red flag. He's a doctor in his late 30s. I'm just assuming early 40s, unmarried. And like I said, you can be unmarried and be a doctor. Fine. But
you was waiting for Lucille. Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, you weren't. That she's really banking on him and don't really know him. That's troublesome to me, but I want her to figure it out.
Me too. I think it's about that time. But when it comes to the whole thing with her possibly finding out that the money came from T, or if he continues to accept money from Terry. I would kind of feel like if she has an issue with that, like she could say, all right, now we don't want to make this a habit or whatever. But at the same time, you know, she was over there blessing the food, talking about thank you for Meech, and who was so bringing this and doing that. And it's okay for him to, you know, to supply you with the food at the table. Then she would be a hypocrite once again, like we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, well, don't try to think when it's okay for you, and then he can't do it. That's his son as well.
Yeah,
we're his damn kids too.
Didn't Meech?
I remember that from the Mrs. Doubtfire with the little girl. We're his damn kids too.
I haven't seen the movie in so long, but I used to love that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't Meech buy her clothes last season too? Or
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that she hasn't been accepting, but you know, Lucille.
No, I know.
Hypocrite. So I feel like you know, like what Miss K is saying, like I think she will. Oh, you've been lying to me, Charles. Like.
She better not say that.
She better not.
Listen, the fact that she's kind of been on the hypocrite train, just brace yourself. Brace yourself. But to me, I feel like she redeemed herself in this episode. We don't know what's gonna happen in the next episode. So
she's halfway did for me, Miss K. But I agree. My second favorite moment was I wasn't really emphasizing on her. Mine was really seeing Charles happy in that moment and feel like giddy and excited about, you know, a potential career, because, you know, it is sad when you hear about older people who had dreams and, you know, didn't really follow through with them. So I was really happy to see Charles happy. That made me happy.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the interaction between the two of them, because I really do want to see them, you know, fix their marriage. But yeah, I cared more about Charles in that moment.
Understood. Thank you for the not super chat, for the Cash App. I forgot who this is. It might be Big Wolf Status. Maurice.
Excuse me.
Funny enough, we talk about Dr. We're not really talking about Dr. Maurice.
It may be Dr. Maurice.
Let me find out you got a Dr. Maurice. Let me find out that he got a 2-car garage.
When he was mentioning all that stuff like 2-car garage, this, that, and third, I said, "What a family! Sounds like a man with a family." Okay?
Exactly. I've been saying that. I think he's lying.
Yep, sounds like a man with a family.
Does Charles have a job, y'all?
Like you don't see his GM. Yeah, he got his uniform on all the time.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I'm
Miss K. I don't know if it was last week, probably whenever they was in the car kissing, Lucille and Dr. Maurice. You touched on that you had a problem with that. Was it because you think he's not taking her to his house? Is that what you were implying? Because you never really expounded on that.
That was my issue. Like, why you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, a lot of people, when they are cheating on their spouses, they get it in a vehicle a lot of the times. Like, I've heard a lot of cheating stories where that a vehicle was where folks was getting it in, especially because, and if they don't get a hotel room, especially because they're both married, or, you know, they both got a man or a woman, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, we already know that she can't take him to her crib because she got a husband. Why we can't go to your place? And the thing is, people were saying, oh, because he lives out of town. Okay, but if he's in town, he's staying somewhere. He's not sleeping in his car, and he's a doctor who's well-to-do, who can give me $10,000 for a bake sale. Okay. You got the bread, my guy. So why we can't go to the place that you're renting or to a hotel suite? Not to say we got to get it in, but if she's so called, you know, she's so hot and bothered and just want to kiss me and love you up, then take me to a hotel, like, and we could be on the couch. I don't want to be in your freaking car.
We're not in high school. I said the same thing.
You got let him take her to high school, back to high school with all of that nonsense. That's on Lucille.
Exactly. Yeah.
He only gonna go how far you let him. He only gonna go how far you let him.
Absolutely. Yep. I told y'all she was hot and ready. She basically was giving it to him on a silver platter.
Oh, you call her Little Caesars? No, you didn't.
Oh, me? Got hot and ready.
For her to be talking about something, put your hand back there and find out. Girl, stop talking your trash.
Little Caesar.
So since we on Lucille, do y'all feel like she had some type of guilt trip or whatever, or a moment of guilt when the lady, the Pastor Fleming, was in the house saying, you know, I was with a man that I wasn't married to, having a baby, this and that. Like she was kissing somebody she ain't married to, you know what I'm saying? Getting all hot and bothered. Do you think she kind of felt something there? And then also saying that the people that in the church, they stopped admiring her and all that, saying that that's what Dr. Fleming, that's what Pastor Fleming was saying. I was wondering if she was getting, you know,
I took it that way.
I took it too.
I wonder if it's going to stop anything though, you know? Because
Dr. Fleming still at.
No, it sure enough didn't. She listened. She getting it from her mama in the car.
Hey, but to Nicole's defense,
ain't no defense, really Nicole.
She wasn't about to give it up to him. So she was just doing what kids do. You know what I'm saying?
She lied right after Bible study.
She lied. Yeah. She lied. And then the listen, Breeze was, you know, I like Blue Breeze now. And he even told his friend, me and my girl taking it slow. I love this little kid so far. However, when your girl's brother is checking her, shut your freaking mouth. Okay. Yeah. It was one of my, like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to add a "You're Killing Me" Smalls moment in this Sunday thing, because there was a few people that they had me like, "You're killing me, Smalls." Like, are you freaking kidding me? Shut your mouth. Lucille saying to her husband, "Can Dr. Maurice come?" It was "You're killing me, Smalls." Like, seriously.
That was my least favorite.
And don't worry, guys. I'm not really gonna add it. I mean, I'm gonna add it for myself. But if somebody ever has one, you can add it.
That was one of my moments.
But I was like, I loved every moment of it. How he was getting it. Like, I will beat the freak out of you, okay? Yeah. But you pissed in the wrong direction.
But Breeze calling.
Can y'all see us good? Because it looks like, I mean, I got one bar on my internet. Oh,
yeah, you're good over here on my end, and you're good on YouTube. I'm looking at that.
Well, we can hear you, but on my end it was blurry. But now you're good.
It's perfect now.
Okay, it's good now.
Because y'all two on the bottom was freezing, so I'm like, and then my bar is low, so I'm like, okay, this is not good. This is not good.
Not good.
Anyway, all right, but listen. That's why I said I wouldn't have minded if Terry rough freeze up a little bit just to send him at right. And he threw them keys. He said, "Give me them. I shall beat y'all."
Breeze called him weird. How was that weird?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That was the thing where it was just like, little boy, you need to shut up, because I'm over here liking you. You're doing a little too much, and you're gonna say he's weird right while she's standing there. It was like, okay, I thought she was a little respectful, but I see
that's typical big brother reaction.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Clearly, he doesn't understand that, because he wouldn't have never opened his mouth. Told him some chill, bro.
It was given one of the top 5 phrases I used to get from my mama. Stay in a child's place, okay?
Right. and to me, that was something. See, whoever wrote that, they weren't writing for the times. Kids had more respect back then. Now it's like that, where they feel like they could say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need older writers on here that knows what's going on between now and versus then. Because most of the time, if you was getting smacked up or roughed up by your parent or a sibling, an older sibling, kids was silent. They just let it go, and then you was embarrassed, and then hopefully y'all talk about it later.
Right.
Exactly. Hopefully you could get to revisit it without rehashing your mother or your father's energy. But the thing with the brother, I think that I experienced something similar to that, and I explained it. So yeah. I think I was you know how they have like the how you explain it, it's like where you learn how to drive. My brother saw my ex, it was like a car that somebody I was dating, and he thought I was in the car. He went there and yanked open the door like that, but it wasn't me. And
your brother did that?
Yeah. And then he rushed home and told me, and then the guy came behind him because he was like, "Yo, I saw this motherfucker there." And then I was like, "He cheating on It was something like that.
Oh,
But it was a good thing I wasn't in the car. That's my point.
Okay, yeah.
Because I would have got snatched out.
Yeah.
But I
Wait a
wasn't
minute.
there.
Wait. So who got snatched out?
My brother
Another
opened
person?
the door and realized it wasn't me. So then he just closed the door back and drove to the house.
Yeah.
And let me know what was going on.
That's crazy.
Ooh. Yeah, you would have been embarrassed. It didn't work out either way for you. You would have been embarrassed with the other way. And then the way that it really happened,
right?
You found out that he was cheating on you.
Yeah. So
that was like a lose-lose situation. Right?
Yeah.
It was a low-key a blessing disguise.
It really was.
Can I say something, Ms. K? When you made the comment about the writers needing to write within the time, that just sparked something in you within this episode. I don't know if y'all peeped it, but when Detective Jen was with Henri at Henri's place, the music that they were playing in the background, it was not giving me 90s at all. I don't know if y'all peeped it or if I'm being too picky because I'm big into music, but I was just like, of all this, maybe they don't have enough money to clear certain songs for the show, but I was like, y'all could have put, you see how Raising Kanan, baby, they ain't got no budget for that music. We hearing Jodeci, we hearing all types of stuff on Raising Kanan, but BMF, baby, I don't know what they had playing, y'all, but that was not giving me no early 90s.
Yeah, it seems like they have people that they got recorded something.
Yeah.
For it. They wrote something and recorded it, and maybe they wanted it to sound 90s, but it's just not working out. No.
They need to go get people's demos.
But in terms of Jodeci,
demos.
Run them checks too. You was able to, if you could pay Belle Biv DeVoe or whatever for that song Poison, then come on now. Run the check. Run the check.
Yeah, I didn't catch the song because I was too
I guess they figured
I was kind of trying to cover my face and ears with the. I was scared what I was about to go see.
Right. We didn't know how far they were gonna take it. So I was like, girl.
All right. Least favorite moments. I'm gonna start with you, Monique.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so y'all, my least favorite moment was when, and y'all know I'm bad with names. Is it Remy is the dreadhead?
Yes.
When Remy's right-hand man, who I find to be very attractive,
Claude,
thank you, Moochie. When he got murked, that really upset me, and I actually predicted it a couple weeks ago. I think with Lamont and Moochie, I predicted it. I was worried about him. I respected him and I understood why he was stepping out because he saw that Remy was making terrible moves that could impact him and their crew. So I understood it. He didn't want to be sneaky, but he was trying to do what was best for everybody. And I was worried about him. And unfortunately, he met his demise this episode. So for me, that was my least favorite, like top of the, my top least favorite moment.
Yeah. I could see. I could understand why. Yeah. That sucked.
I felt bad.
I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. I kind of feel like, I'm not surprised. I didn't think it was gonna go that way. I really thought that maybe he would have taken him out. But a lot of times, and I always say this, and I don't know why I didn't think of this before, that most of the time, if we hear the plan, that's not how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. We heard the plan. We should have known. So
he wasn't ready. Sorry, Claude.
Not at all.
Yeah, you could tell he just, like I said, he wasn't ready to be a boss man. He was already, making agreements with Meech and going back on it because he was supposed to handle Remy, but he telling Meech, "Oh, we need to handle Remy." Like you could tell he wasn't really truly ready to take over.
No.
And did someone tell Remy about that meetup with the dudes? Because why are you if you backdooring somebody, why are you having a meeting about it where that person has access? Like that was confusing to me.
At the club?
No,
at the crib.
I don't know
at
what
the
kind of spot they was in.
Oh, yeah. Well, for him to just come in like that, right? Like, why wasn't it kind of like a secret meeting or whatever?
Secretive, yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if somebody like in one of the crews was telling him about it. I don't know. It was weird because I'm like, why does he have access to this place? But go off, Claude. Well, you can't go off.
It wasn't smart. It wasn't smart. I think he also underestimated Remy a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but like, how could you underestimate Remy? Like, it's kind of, it's not like he's a dude. He looked like for the most part, he's about that life. Like, why underestimate him? You worked with him side by side. You know everything that he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he felt he was just an idiot. We just gonna have to.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, because I can't even deal with it. What was your least favorite moment, pretty girl?
Oh God. And it literally was a moment, not a whole scene. Because for 2.5 seconds, I was like, oh, Brian, you really did lose a son. But he messed that up as soon as he told Jen, you know, he's pretty much holding Meech and Terry and Henry responsible. Like, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I was feeling bad. But he messed it up. And I posed this question earlier because I don't know if he's truly blaming and feels that they are at fault, or he knows Kevin's, you know, death is his fault, but he wants to take it out on somebody. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is it? Because can you really justify that they are truly at fault here? Like, and I don't think, but I think it's that. I think that's what's really bothering him, because he just needs somebody to blame, because he probably feels guilty as heck. And he probably has said it so much that he believes it. Yeah.
He always gonna push the blame on somebody else.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken responsibility for anything that has happened. He's blamed Terry and Meech for everything. But something gotta be on you. You still don't talk about how you brought the Pow home and put it in the safe. So this is all on you.
Right. And that's the thing.
He's not accepting his responsibility.
Not at all. Hey, Faith Family and Fun Reviews. And Shell S and RC, what up? Okay, Muji, what is your least favorite moments, my dear?
My least favorite moment was Lucille saying that she want to invite Dr. Maurice Montclair.
Like, you always gotta say his whole name.
Yeah, Dr.
Maurice Montclair, okay? MM. Oh God. Yeah, that was a hot mess. That was like, really, girl, don't be a jerk.
Oh, so pissed off at that.
But she did good. She was playing, but it's not funny. I know
she was playing, but it's not funny.
Yeah,
like something that you don't play with. Like, he could have had a good comeback and he'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna ask Mabel to come too.
Exactly.
If he said that, he would have been wrong, right? I'm just saying, come on now. Y'all be saying we don't give it to the ladies, but we give it to them too. So holla at your girl, all right?
Right.
Holla at the girl. What's up?
Seriously, if he would have turned around and said, yeah, you could do that, and I'll hit up Mabel. Like, you know, daggone well, girl, don't play like that.
Don't play like
That's disrespectful, child. Like, oh gosh. Anyway. You know, people then said, listen, she playing in his face, which is different than what he did, you know. He was
he is playing in his face. That's
creeping behind. But either way, it does, you know, neither one is good.
Wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, she just got to make a choice. Stop playing games. You too old for that. You want who you want. Who you want. You know? But I was saying, I don't know if I said it in my during my first reaction recap with the members, if I think I was saying maybe, you know, she can date him. I'm talking about her husband. They could literally take it. So she over there talking about some, you ever feel like we, you know, our life would have been different if we would have did that? I mean, if that's the case, start dating again.
Exactly.
Take it slow. It's literally, she got the perfect situation right now, even though it's terrible what had to happen to them, but their marriage could actually really flourish and get way better, because he is really serious about getting this woman back.
Yes.
And she has the ball in her court where she could just be like, listen, we need to date again.
Yeah.
You know, all of this energy she sees, she's excited about it. They can start dating again. They don't have no kids to watch like that. They could literally go out there and start living their best life with each other, starting to know each other again and stuff. Take your time like that. You don't need Dr. Maurice.
I agree.
Yeah,
totally agree.
She needs to really, I want to say she needs to really communicate with Charles what she wants, but I don't really think she really sat with herself and really because she's so resentful and just trying to be young again. I don't think she's really sitting with herself and just thinking it through and really just taking that time out to really figure it out. I think she's just trying to do, just trying to distract herself. And I do feel like, she needs to just communicate with Charles like, hey, I'm still unsure what I want to do. But if you're willing to be patient, I need you, to exercise patience. And I also need for you to still work at winning me over. Like you said, Miss K, let's date. I'm not I can't guarantee if I'm still want to be in this marriage, but you still continue to do what you want to do, and then we can move forward. Now, the only plus, and I don't want to say it, but the only good thing I could say about Dr. Maurice coming into the picture is that sometimes, and this may be true for Charles, but sometimes some men do not value their woman until they see another man valuing their woman.
This is true.
Yep.
And I think that probably was the thing that really made Charles like, hold up, I can't play now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only positive. But you over here dating this man and making that joke, like that was a lot. That was a lot.
That was pretty low.
It was messed up. Listen, Renee, stop. Don't do it, okay? Because if y'all start doing that, you know what I'm going to do, right? You know I'm going to pull out the thing now. Come on now. Do it.
We can do a duet, Miss K. With anything coming.
She like to be choir director now, Monique.
Right.
I just finished my tea, girl.
Oh gosh. All right. My least favorite moment, guys, was the Red Dogs terrorizing everybody. Like they are getting, especially that dude Hardy. When they went into Milton's parents' house and he was tearing the place up, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And then the guy had to tell the lady, like, he said, y'all supposed to be running every drug. He literally said the acronym for Red Dogs. Y'all supposed to be running every drug dealer out of Georgia, and you in here doing this to us or whatever. He said, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, blah, blah, blah. And for him, that she's like, we're just trying to do our job, this and that. But where were you when they killed his son? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was really disgusted. And then when he was so upset about that trick that Meech pulled, which I was, listen, once again, Meech made me proud twice, 2 episodes in a row. All right. But when he punched him in the gut because he took a L, he was mad. He thought that he got something, but it was, it was a little test. Yeah. But I didn't like that dude Hardy. That was, for me, that was my least favorite moment. Like, and no, I didn't like seeing Claude get deleted or his head being sent in a freaking bucket of ice. I didn't like seeing that, but the Red Dogs thing is just getting out of hand. Yeah,
I heard they were bad in real life, but
yeah,
I need to do more research. And I'm like, y'all doing a lot, and I just want to know more about,
the Red Dog,
how the Red Dog thing, like how it ended. Like, was it after the Olympics? Like, it got me more curious. Like, what was y'all really doing? Like, their history. I need to move. Do some
right.
research.
How long was your reign of terror? Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Like, were there lawsuits? Did y'all allow? Like, I'm curious.
Yeah, it's a good question.
So, scratching my head moment, Moochie. I'm gonna start with you, girl.
My scratching my head moment is the moment when he told Markeisha the whole plan. Like, what the heck? What the heck are you doing? So can you explain this to me again? I mean, explain it to me.
Yeah, that especially the whole explaining was like, red flag. Yeah, I can't with this chick. You gonna say something, pretty girl? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't necessarily see. The problem is she's good for business per se.
Yeah.
But when she feels threatened by her relationship, with Terry, that's when she F's things up. I don't even think it's horrible for her to know the ins and outs because she does help him with ideas and stuff. But where she F's up at is when she tries to win him over, when she noticed some competition of some sort, and she started bringing in other elements like Vince. Like, that's the problem. Like, I feel like, in her head, Terry's bag is her bag. So she's not going to do anything necessarily to threaten her bag, because I feel like she has good intentions when it comes to the finances. But when other things get involved, when she feel like her territory is getting, peed on by another dog, then that's when she makes immature decisions.
Yeah. I just think that I totally get. I just think it's because we know, and I already said this before, that we may look at it. Some of us may look at it like, why did you tell her that? It ain't gonna go nowhere. I just don't think he's ever gonna see it. I think she's here to just irk us, so it's always gonna look like, you shouldn't have told her because she's not trustworthy or this and that. But like you said, it's most likely not going to be an issue because she wants him to win. My problem is that she's trying to drive a wedge between the brothers by always telling, making him seem like, oh, he's the best. He may be the oldest, but you're second to none, and you do so much better without him, and blah blah blah. A woman like that is not good to have, because she's not going to do anything but cause issues in your life, especially in your relationships. She sees that him and Meech are close. She wants him to be on top. She sees that him and Wanda was trying to, do their family thing. She tried to break that up. She don't want him to focus on nobody but her. Yet when the dude came in, what's his name, Vince, and he's stalking Terry, and then he comes in sending drinks and going to insert himself right in between them. She's just looking at him dumb with her stupid mouth open, not saying nothing, not checking him. Like, what are you doing here? Like, what? Get out my face. You see I'm over here with my man. You over here bringing me a drink. Like, that's freaking rude. Well, you would have got verbally jumped. Like, I'm not just going to let my man handle it. I'm going to say something to him like, are you out of your mind? And then my man can handle the rest. But I'm not going to be sitting there with my freaking mouth open. Like, what is she doing?
Yeah, she likes that. Kind of like Lucille. Like, they kind of, giggly when they see two men fighting over her. And this is kind of this last little dagger. Like, okay, Terry, you see this man is after me, so play nice, because
what you gonna do?
Exactly.
You heard her last week talking about, oh, Terry, when you get jealous, it makes me, girl.
She makes me sick. She sounds so juvenile, and she's supposed to be the mature one here.
Exactly. She's like, sorry, but can I go, Miss K? I'm sorry. Is it my? Can I go, Miss K?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my scratch in my head was
for what the
was initially Lucille making that inappropriate comment about bringing Dr. Chocolate, but we already touched on that, so I'm gonna pass. My scratch in my head is this whole Markeisha storyline with Vince, the cop. I'm not really sure what the point of this was. Was it just to show us her character and show us that she's manipulative and conniving? Because I had a whole theory that she was going to put the cop on the payroll and try to have them work together, but that didn't. What was the point? What was the point of him coming up in this situation just to dismiss? I thought he was going to be like a real threat to Terry. He ain't no threat. He got shook when Terry was like, oh, baby, I know your whole schedule, baby. You clock into work at this time. You went to Dunkin' Donuts 3 times. You got 3 donuts.
Shut it down.
Home by 7:30 and watch Wheel of Fortune.
I mean, I love it because he said too much. I don't understand. He was stupid, Vince, for coming in. You letting your motives be made clear, and that put Terry on notice. Like, okay, I'm gonna make sure everything's clean. Do this, do that, and I got eyes on this ninja. So he just it looked like he just got rid of him one fell swoop to me. But if he comes back, I don't see what's the purpose. I was thinking that too. Like, what's the purpose of this guy now?
Now that he got dismissed like that, I was like, they could have done more with the character, but
I don't think they done with him.
Me either.
Okay.
I don't think they done with him.
Okay.
Because even after Terry said all that, Vince still went over there to Markeisha, and Markeisha had to tell him, T is all the man I need.
Yeah.
So he was a little thrown off, but he still had enough the audacity to still go to Markeisha like, so what you gonna do, girl? Like,
you know why? Because she made him feel like he could do that. She was running game on Vince and manipulating him as well. She orchestrated that whole meetup last week. She orchestrated that.
Yeah. But
so it's like she was giving him mixed signals anyway. That's why he was pressing up on her like that.
Well, yeah. I personally think this is part of the writing of us just showing how she will go to any lengths to gets Harry. And this is what I feel like, with the whole CPS thing, I feel like this is showing us how she, just creates situations and manipulate situations to where, it ends up to her benefit. So I think that's the purpose, but I don't think we're done with Vince.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we probably not, but my mind is like, what's the purpose of him, and where are we going now? Where are we going next? Because it looks like he kind of handled that. His whole plan about giving him up to the IRS, that's probably not going to work unless something happens, like we talked about earlier, where there's going to be a little mishap or something, and he's going to be right there. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to join? Are you going to start working with Detective Bryant? You know what I'm saying? I don't freaking know. But
I just thought it was reckless of her to even knowing he's a cop, knowing what your man does. Like, I didn't say he's a dirty cop, but still, he got authority, and I feel like she's playing a dangerous game. That's how I feel about the CPS thing. That's a dangerous game, and she still didn't give 2 Fs. You know what I'm saying? She's getting what she getting out of the situation, which is securing her bag.
Yeah. I agree.
Moochie, did you say you're scratching my head?
Who didn't go? Did with the whole thing with him telling Marquisha the plan.
Oh yeah.
You started. Okay, Pretty Girl, you did yours, right? You didn't do yours? Pretty Girl? Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I scratching my head. It's real petty, so sorry. Where the hell was Tyson going before he got knocked?
He sure was creeping in the dark.
You weren't going out to smoke. I'm sure in the headquarters you can't smoke. Not no regular, corporate situation where you got to go outside to smoke. I didn't see no vehicles. You over there just wandering over there in this industrious situation.
Right. Like
where was you going? I feel like that was weird. Like that wasn't a realistic setup. Like, what were we doing here?
Yeah. Did it look like he was going? Where were the cars out there? Like, did it look like he was going to? Maybe his car is around. I don't know.
Girl, it was
weird. But you know how these shows do. They make things very convenient.
I don't know.
And they don't.
Oh yeah, of course you gotta make it convenient.
You're taking a stroll at 12 a.m. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe he was walking to his car. Maybe that's where the people that's
what I said.
The cars earlier was parked closer to the door. Like, Brian caught him like around the corner. Like,
so Brian must have been waiting at that doorway. Remember when it's a different angle. Remember when Terry was outside waiting for him when he came from visiting Kevin, and he's like, "Hey, I see you went to go visit little man. How he doing?" When he did that scene, that was a different exit because that was like where the visitors come out.
But he was coming out of that wasn't the jail that Tyson was going.
I thought it was the jail. I thought it was him getting off.
No, because remember him and Jen was staking out the spot earlier that day. That was Henry's. That's what I
either one of her warehouses. Remember when she took that guy, or it was the gambling spot. One of those.
I think it was the gambling spot. I feel like it would have been more.
You would see more action there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking it as this is the same spot that he was with Jen. Like, he just came back by himself.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no,
because they had separated.
Exactly.
They said, "Oh, we're gonna make this little family affair, whatever." The whole plan was to do things together, and then she's like, "Oh no, I wanna." There she go, another. You're killing me, Smalls. But, I don't know. That's a good one. My scratching my head moment was the death of the scratching my head moment was not Claude's death. It was the scene where, like, how the freak did Remy take this ninja's tongue out while his mouth was closed? Okay, I watched him. His mouth was closed. All right, as he was talking to him, his mouth was closed.
I had to watch it twice to know what was going on.
Like, my guy, he said, shoot like this, and then throws the tongue on the daggone table. And now, like, how did that happen? Come on, I can't
see mistakes like that.
I'm like, me being a germaphobe, I'm like, I don't know.
And that blade had to be exceptional. You understand me?
Right.
For him to just go like this and cut a tongue off.
That's
and your
crazy.
mouth is closed.
It's so
It would have
it's
been
so
like the
good.
lips, like whatchamacallit, Big L's
Right.
lips and everything on there too. You know, like why we can get lips and tongue, or the tip of a tongue. Like it was just ridiculous.
Is it a struggle to open a dead man's mouth?
He was alive. You remember that was the first thing he did. He took his tongue out first, and then he killed him. He shoved the, you know what I'm saying, the knife into him.
That was terrible.
It's
was
like
terrible.
really. Come on now. So that was my scratching my head moment.
I didn't like
come on,
that.
guys. Like, we do a little better now. Do a little better. Open the mouth. Open the mouth.
Do like this.
Like PG
Do something. Yeah, he didn't even do none of that. Now that I the first time I watched it, I thought he just punched him in the mouth when he made his mouth bleed at first. Because remember he hit him and then he went down.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, that's it. But like I wasn't thinking into it like that. I just was like, you know how you see scenes, you be like, oh man, I hate when they mess stuff up. And I just kept it moving.
Yeah.
Like PG said, it's getting very tubey. It's getting very tubey.
I thought it was a finger at first. I'm like, what the fuck? You just flung that thing over.
And he made sure he did it in front of those guys. But like, listen, when he sent the delivery over there, you know, the head over there to Meech is like, please, like, don't you think that there's a reason why he was doing what he was doing? It's not gonna be before long where the other dude's gonna understand the same thing. Like, you're too old school. He didn't say that, but basically, you know, you're too old school. They're gonna see that they need me and not you.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to protect them like I can, so to speak. All right. So it looked like it made Remy feel a little stupid. I'm actually disappointed in the character Remy because I thought that I would like him because of what he stood for with the kids and the fake Robin Hood thing. But he's annoying.
Yeah.
He's annoying.
You just got a one-track mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's giving Kanan F Rock. Like that's what it's giving.
Yeah. At all costs. You know what I'm saying? It's like when do you put your pride aside? If you're somebody that cares for the people, when do you put your pride aside for that?
Exactly.
For their protection. It's just dumb. So I'm over him. I'm ready for him to go. Bye-bye. So we know that Meech is going to go to Miami to see Francois because, you know, that whole little thing, they went to that mechanic, it didn't work out and everything. Angel comes through for Meech. I wasn't surprised. A lot of people felt like, oh, she said she was going to Glock this and that. I said from the jump, a lot of people was pissed off about what she did, but I said from the jump, she's doing what she knows. She's going into survival mode. She literally asked, could she go with him? I could tell she had feelings for Meech. And when that went down and she heard Meech's name, in that amongst that Creole, I knew she was gonna warn him.
Yeah. Once she heard that's not that a Meech.
Meech, yeah.
She said, you messing with the nigga?
Yeah. It was like,
it was giving my man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
How the hell she speak Creole? I was like, how the hell she know what that man said?
you know, she be on a lot of different laps now. You pick up a few things.
Yeah.
Things, right?
He said, I don't know what's going on, but you need to watch your back. I'm a little afraid for her. I've always been afraid for her though. Like I don't want anything to happen to her. Before all this, I just kind of felt like with the Greenie thing, it was to me risky. Now this Glock thing, I mean, he's so vicious.
Yes.
Greenie been saying that Glock is vicious.
Right.
Yeah. So for her to be messing with him, for her to be messing with him, I think it's a little too much.
It's too risky.
In fact, she told me, like, I'm risking my life. So yeah, I'm like,
exactly.
You're right.
Yeah. Aww.
And wearing the man t-shirt. I hope you're not wearing that hoodie
around. She done had that in her trunk. She looked like she got a little get around car. She probably had that in her trunk. She came out the club, wait for them dudes to leave, and then said, "Hey, man, I got your shirt on because I love the way you smell."
I'm sure Glock seemed like
she was like, "I love the way you smell. This ain't about you. I didn't do it to hurt you." Blah blah blah.
And that cool water ain't going nowhere, girl.
DeMarcus say Angel foreshadowed her death.
She may be.
It's either fight or flee. She's gonna do one or the other, y'all. So.
Yeah. And hey, maybe with them both being down there, She's going down to Miami. He's going down to Miami. You can't tell me they're not gonna see each other.
Oh,
That would be stupid if they don't see each other. And maybe Meech will save her again.
I hope so.
Or she
And
may
just-
be
Or she might save him.
Or she might save him. Or she might
save him. And so he's back. She's back in the circle of trust because she is because
My circle.
he said it. He said because he said to Duffy, he said, "Listen, if anything goes on, Angel will tell me."
Yeah.
So to me, he didn't say she's.
No, I get it. I get it. I still,
yeah.
I mean, I still would have a side eye, just me personally, but yeah, Meech is very intuitive, but that bothered me too because it's like, don't be banking your safety on her because she's not privy to all the conversations.
Exactly.
What's going on. Like, don't do that. But in the previews, they do show them in the same room together in Miami. So
Oh, you saw the pre?
Yeah,
I don't know if I saw the preview.
They're at the strip club together, not together at the same time.
Why didn't I watch?
Yeah, she's dancing.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I got the trailer though.
I didn't watch the trailer. That's weird. Okay, I don't care.
I felt like it was actually, to be honest, Miss K, you didn't miss
much.
Yeah,
I remember from the trailer.
It was a very quick.
It's very quick. It's
that's what I'm saying. Did I see it and then just was like, okay,
they didn't
go.
Much. I don't know if that's intentional. They didn't
probably
anything in the trailer. I was
very memorable. So yeah, that's probably why you don't.
It's just a couple of
yeah, and then speaking of Meech, and he's saying Angel's gonna help him, all that. Yeah. Okay, whatever, fine. I'm glad you see that she does have your back. She cares about you. But my thing is, he need to slow it down with these chicks. If you see that you have this weakness with women where they can actually be used to set you up, you need to calm down, bro. There is no, we're meeting in a hotel after this. If you can't take care of me in this little champagne room situation or whatever, we're not going nowhere. Like my boys out here and all that. Like, let's not do nothing stupid, Meech. It wasn't even worth it.
Yeah, that was another scratch in my head because it's like, okay, Angel just told you that Glock, but he was just
he was thinking with his head down.
Exactly. And I'm like, at that point, when I get warned, I'm going back to the house or something. Like, I'm not, because you can't trust nobody. But I think maybe because he got a history with Delia, maybe that's why he was like, she won't be involved possibly.
You don't know that chick.
Yeah, but
these chicks is looking for the come up, every which way. You know what I'm saying?
That's why she got some hot ones in her damn arm. And she was doing too much.
And another scratch in my head, well, where the other chick go? She disappeared after
she like ran in the bathroom.
Yo, so let me ask y'all this question because I don't know. Like I told y'all, I saw like 3 episodes or 4 episodes of the BMF documentary. Is that supposed to be the one kill that Meech had in real life where it was supposed to be like self-defense?
Nah,
that's not it.
That's not it. The one they talk about is the one with the whole thing with Diddy with Wolf.
Oh, okay.
That was that whole thing. I believe it's that one because there was something that happened outside the club and then he was arrested and stuff. I believe it's him. I could be wrong though.
Okay, so
I thought Pretty Girl might know because she actually did the documentary. So
I gotta go back and watch it. Really,
yeah.
So
I can't really remember his vague, like.
But since they're going off the script a lot, not the script, the real life thing. Do you think that will probably be it? They're not that they're probably not even going to touch on that.
I think they might be kind of easy with it right now because of what's going on in real life.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to rehash that where you.
I don't think they're going to touch that.
I don't.
For me, look, if I'm a writer of this kind of show and we're already going off the script like that, there's just certain things we're not talking about.
Right.
We're gonna use this kill right here as the one that was like self-defense. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Moochie. Go ahead.
No, I guess maybe they are for that reason because technically that was a self-defense thing, but I think the other time he got shot in the behind. So
oh, the one that's like more in the future later on.
He he got pow.
Yeah. Pow power wheel.
I didn't mean to say SHOT.
So his right hand man is gone. He done threw him out the daggone window, child.
Mm-hmm.
Glock's right hand man
I
gone.
believe I can fly.
Fly. He soared through that open window.
I can fly.
Not,
Come on, background.
he surely can't.
Ooh, I haven't heard that song in years.
I know, me too. It was random.
Fly.
Oh, I used to love that song. The good
Oh
old
my
days.
gosh. Listen, that part we say, I can fly. He had to say whoop after that.
Yeah.
Had to catch his breath. He felt that right here, Miss K.
Yeah, it was like a period. It was like a
To breathe.
Yo, we gotta do like a karaoke night, but like,
go ahead. I was waiting on that. Go ahead, Miss K.
come on.
We didn't see it come. Come on, pick up the. I wish you could really play a tune so we could laugh at this. I wish you could play his song.
I cannot believe that I was just laughing that long. I had to really
That
catch
was
my
so
breath.
funny. Oh my
It's good. That's good. You needed to get a laugh like that out.
Woo.
I know. I had such a frustrating day. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh, thanks,
That
R.
was
Kelly.
hilarious.
You was good for something, R. Kelly.
He was thinking the universe. Not our
Oh, so
Listen,
funny. Oh my goodness.
I'm mad at the main talent now.
Oh no. Very talented.
Listen. All right,
Oh,
I think we
funny.
covered pretty much everything.
Woo, Lord.
Yes, it is. Laughter is the medicine.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What do we have going on for the channels? Pretty girl, what you got going on?
BMF Pretty Thorough Podcast on Thursdays at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My BMF reviews 11 a.m. on Sundays Eastern Standard Time. I'm like one subscriber away from like 1,200 subscribers, so please help your girl. Okay.
Wait. You what?
I'm at
what?
I'm at 1,199 subscribers.
All right,
Well,
come on now. Come on, somebody
So
subscribe.
2,000 is on the way?
Go to the 200.
No, 1,200.
1,200.
Oh, 1,200. Okay, sorry. I just
you
didn't hear that.
Speak that into existence. Yeah.
I didn't hear it right. I didn't hear it right.
He's one subscriber away from 1,200.
Yeah.
From
I'm an even numbers
Somebody
girl.
subscribe to Pretty
Me
Girl.
too. I don't like the odd numbers.
I know, right?
I don't mind the odd numbers because my birthday is on the 23rd, so I'm like, okay, whatever.
See, I'm the 16th, so it's like I'm
okay.
Wait,
I'm
you're
like, odd is
23rd,
okay.
like in a couple days?
No.
That's March.
March.
Yeah.
Her birthday passed.
Oh, duh. I just wished you happy birthday last week, girl. Please
Thank
forgive
you,
me,
babe.
Miss Pay. I'm sorry.
No,
girl.
we the aunties.
It's okay. No, the freak we not on this channel.
There you go.
I'm an auntie.
No, I'm just playing.
I ain't no
I'm
Mary
an
J.
auntie.
Blige. I am auntie.
I'm an auntie to the younger people, like my kids' age and stuff. Y'all ninjas on here don't be coming up calling nobody no freaking.
Oh no, y'all just as old as us.
And older.
And older.
Talking about.
I'm saying in general. You right, Miss K.
Like, I already know I'm an auntie to certain generations. But don't be playing with a sister like that.
Not me, girl.
Do not be playing with a sister like that.
As long as I'm not being called grandma, even though technically I could be a grandma, but that's
technically me too,
Well, I am. So
I made my grandmother.
I don't have nothing to hide.
I said I made my grandmother. I made my mom a grandmother at 39, I think.
Okay.
That was
shout out to the older mom.
So she was a glam.
Right there, y'all. I'm about to be an older mom.
Huh?
Y'all coming to my baby shower when I turn 40? That's when I'm probably gonna have my first kid.
What?
Don't put that out there.
There's nothing wrong with it. The times have changed. Ladies.
Yeah, but that don't mean your biological clock going with the times.
We'll talk offline. I got stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what you got going on, Monique, on your channel, baby?
Okay, y'all. So right now, in the next couple minutes, head to my channel. I'm about to go live.
Yes,
It is titled a life. It's titled A Life Update. A lot of things have been happening in my life. Good things. I have to talk about my new YouTube schedule. So just y'all, if y'all rock with me, if y'all care, please tune in to my live in a few minutes. Life update.
all right. Come on over, baby.
I was
What you
thinking
got?
that. Sorry.
Which I know, right? You know, I gotta add a song. You know, a song association. Moochie, what's going on?
All right.
Thank
so
you, Demarcus.
If you have not checked out my recap, I did my recap and my first thoughts. You can check that out. Also, I just did the trailer breakdown. So if you want to check that out, you should check that out. It's possible predictions in there, as well as Tuesday. I'm going to be doing hidden gems, and we're going to be talking about different topics and what's good to watch and things of that nature. And also Wednesday, we're going to be doing Mayor Kingstown. It's episode 6 and 7. So we're going to be recapping that also. And then around and round it go. All right.
Round it,
Right.
round it, good.
Demarcus asked me a question before I go on. I didn't know who the freak this was. Miss K, how do you feel that Paul Victor is in Raising Canaan? So I just looked up who that is. And it says Paul Ben Victor, who is the actor that played Vondos on The Wire. So if he's coming to Raising Canaan, that's going to be very, very interesting.
Oh, the one I was with the Greek.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah,
so we'll see. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like he has to probably be in connection with Stefanos. Like that's what I think. You know, he would be an Italian, in my opinion, but that would be cool. All right.
He wasn't even Greek. Sorry.
Right. Vandos. Spiros Vandos. All right, whatever. So for me, guys, we are gonna be back here next week for BMF again, okay? Friday midnight. And then back for the Sunday. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna be able to do my thing again with Breaking Bad, but like I just don't have the energy right now. So I'll just keep mentioning it every time, but I haven't forgotten about it. All right. That is that. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, take care and be blessed. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.